take that sticking pattern, instead of playing 2/1, you can play 1/2. Usually when I say over, I'm talking about the hands over the feet. So, I mean, this is the stupid little Western PA drum lingo, because, I mean, you go anywhere else and say that, you know, people look at you like you're crazy and you have to explain it. At least that's what I've run into. So, you can play 1/2, and I do these a lot because you get to incorporate the double bass. You can play them a little quicker, and these are really fun. You can make a groove out of these as well. First, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's just playing 1/2. Ah, 1. That was 1. Here comes the 2. Anyway, 1/2. 1 and you know. So you can do that. You can play the same things. I play them in 8th note grooves because, I mean, if you play the 8th note triplets like that, you can make these 16th note triplets. You can make them 16th notes grouped in 4, 32nd notes grouped in 4. These are just sticking patterns. You can group them any way you want. But I like to play, you know, 8th note groove or a quarter note groove, and then go to these and just one hand like this, and then your 2 feet come underneath. So you can. Get fancy with it. You know, play the crowd, do something like that. So, those are fun too. Yeah, I grouped both of those in 4, so it doesn't even matter. No, the second one was in 16th note triplet, so don't listen to me. So that stuff's kind of fun. You can make a groove out of these. Basically, just take your right hand, and you're going to play this pattern. Hands and feet will be your melody, 1/2. I usually play like the bell or the hat or something like that. You know, so it would go. That's your 2/1 pattern. Now on 2 and 4, put the snare drum and lay the backbeat in it. You know, play it fast. Stupid, of course it's all cool, but I mean that was just a really basic example of the things you can do with these kind of sticking combinations. One sticking combination I fell into when I was real big into backdraft, when I was real big into Dream Theater, when Train of Thought came out, is I think it was on Endless Sacrifice, coming out of the last solo part of Endless Sacrifice. Portnoy does this fill that I found out later that he kind of ripped off of the of John Bonham's fill in Stairway to Heaven. That, you know, Bonham used to play this 4 that, you gotta excuse me because I suck at this one. He used to play 4 notes and group them in 3s. So he would play something like that, and then come out with a crash. That was terrible. My foot, I don't like those. I have a hard time playing those because I never really do them. Never really practiced them. But Portnoy does this fill, Endless Sacrifice, where the grouping of the hands and feet are 3s, so you're playing a 3/3, which is really tricky because if you were to play it in an actual true triplet pattern, your hands would go right, left, right, and then your feet would go left, right, left. Seeing guys do it takes a lot of practice to get that kind of independence and coordination down. So when I do 3/3 combinations, I always just play them right, left, right on the hands, right, left, right on the feet. I think it's the easiest way. And this Endless Sacrifice fill, he also grouped this in 16th notes, 16th notes. I forget if it's 16th note or if it's a 32nd note. I know it's grouped in fours. So basically, the 3/3 pattern that he plays that he ripped off of Bonham and I ripped off of both of them is your hands play snare, tom, tom, and your feet will go 1, 2, 3, 2. So like that. And then you speed it up and go. Do something like that. Portnoy since he groups these in fours, he brings it out to 4 and then plays 16th notes coming out. So one of my favorite fills of all time. One thing I do all the time when I'm like rolling off the end of the song is that same thing right there, 3/3s. Instead of 16th notes, I'll play a quad. I'll play a 2/2. Like. Something like that. So if to play it fast, it would go. You know, these are all ideas you can play around with. Like I said, Portnoy ripped it off of Bonham. I ripped it off of Portnoy. Rip it off of me. I want to see what everybody can do with these things. So that's that.